If the flaming fish closed tomorrow, well, first of all, I'd want to make sure which side of the locked door I'm on. If I'm inside, it might be really hard to get out.
You know, if the flaming fish were to close, it'd be like I was losing a part of myself, part of my family history, part of what makes me who I am.
If the flaming fish is closed, my world is going to collapse.
If I'm outside and it closed, I might have to cope with the sunlight again and see what that's like, and I might have to like reconnect with my son.
It's gonna happen when they close your bar and then take your family and throw them on the trains.
Who cares if the bills can't be paid? It's our right to live here and work here and drink here.
It's not just a bar, it's a living and breathing entity of life.
Well, historically speaking, the Flaming Fish is one of the few buildings to survive the Great Fire of 1901.
It all went down to ash, all of the surrounding areas, but this place stayed. And that's not because of some freak coincidence, it was divine intervention.
I think that we really need to preserve our past in order to make sure that in the future we've preserved our past. Because today's past is tomorrow's future, and tomorrow's future will be today sometime.
I'm very connected to the Flaming Fish. I lost my virginity on the pool table twice.
Well, what first brought me here was actually when I crashed my Ford Crown Victoria into the south wall of the bar after a bad night of a mixture of NyQuil and Zima.
He was dying. At least I thought he was dying. I'm not a doctor. I have no idea. So I introduced him to wine. I said, have some wine. It's the life-giving nectar of God. And he tried it, fell instantly in love. Now he's a wine connoisseur.
He did kind of start bleeding faster after he had a few glasses.
That's true. That's true. It thins the blood, but it strengthens the heart.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I thought it was named a little bit inappropriately. I thought it was more flaming and a little bit less fish, but it kept on just bringing me back because there are real people here.
My grandfather came here alive. Then my father came here, and here I am today. Feels right.
The types of friendships that people make here, they're lifelong friendships. And that's what makes the Flaming Fish home.
I'm not one guy drinking a brew or a brewski. I'm one of many, many more to come that will sit here, that will partake, that will celebrate. And it's a goddamn travesty what they're doing here.
Got an idea for a fundraiser.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. We need some money.
Okay, for people who come in with a bottle of wine, for $1, I'll describe their wine for them.
We've been doing a boot collection for all the passerbys. Naturally, they see firemen collecting money in a boot on the cars and think that, oh, you know, sick children. And they find out it's actually for a bar, and, well, it doesn't always go so well.
Of course, I've been paying my tab. I mean, sometimes they just say, hey, you know, we know you're good for it, and they don't make me pay my tab. But I've been paying pretty religiously on my tab the last few months to make sure that they are solvent.
The fish is closing! The end is near! It's near! The fish is gonna be put out! The fish is flaming! We're all flaming now!
I also have been doing a little bit of odd jobs around here so they don't have to pay a repair person. I mean, you don't really need anybody who's qualified to be doing electrical wiring. So I've been helping to pitch in with that.
Bar people. People call them barflies. People call them, they're like bar eagles. They are supporting this bar. They're trying to make sure that this bar never closes down.
It's going to be very hard to raise the money to save the Flaming Fish. It's going to be so challenging.
I know, but we could do it. And I love a good challenge.
Dearest City of Jacksonville.org, hope all is well with you. I am most pleased to convey that we've raised the necessary funds to complete the repairs you require and reopen the tavern. P.S. We lost Grandma Josephine to the fever. Your loving companion, Todd Dalwood. June 20th, 2010.
Well, the fire marshal said it was an electrical fire. Don't know how that happened, but it burned the whole place down, and there we were, sort of stuck without a place to go to at the end of the day. I thought, this just might be the end, and then I looked to the left, I looked to the right, I thought, you know what? I love a good challenge, and this is the moment to seize on that opportunity and really just make sure that I can still be together with the people that I consider to be family. The only thing that survived was this here little guy, this lamp. And we took that to be a symbol of sort of the beacon that bar was, and we wanted to have that sort of beacon still. So we decided to create a social network, and we called it Flaming Lamp in honor of the lamp and the bar. Flaming fish is never really going to die. It lives on in here. It lives on every time I see the face of Flish or somebody coming down the hallway. Every time I see my son and listen to him rap. That's how it lives on. Walls is walls, but people is forever.
Barb Barker came into the bar. He said, I got a winery in Napa Valley. I'm like, what the hell, Bob, really? He said, yep. I have some wine, I just don't have a name for it. It was like, you're asking the right man. I name things. Burning Virgin. I called it Burning Virgin because, you know, we're the Flaming Fish, and plus it was the first time I'd heard that he had a winery.
Gave my son a call.
Yo, Pops, you left me, but it's not your fault. My heart was locked up inside a vault. Into my wounds you were rubbing salt. What you and me together is a full-out assault. Yeah, romantic. Peace out.
My boy can rap, leave him.